Well, hi guys. We're back in Tucson. As you know, we got the truck. As you know, we're gonna have a full truck tour coming up. I don't know if it'll be in this video or the next video. One of the two videos, I'm gonna give you a look inside and outside, all around the truck, and talk a little bit more about why we chose this particular one and not a Dodge Ram 2500. Now, we got a couple comments on our Sedona video about the lack of a happy hour. So apparently you guys like to see us drink, and we happen to like drinking. Just the right amount, just the right amount. So we're gonna make margaritas right now. We're in the Tucson KOA, and we're gonna sit right outside.
We're celebrating. I've done 2 days of work, and they were long days, but they went well. And now we have a full load of groceries in the fridge. We finally got to a grocery store. So now we will eat well for the rest of the week.
You probably remember the fixtures of the KOA, these beautiful chairs. We use these chairs sometimes when we do our Tuesday talk, but I think we're gonna do our camping chairs. By the way, we got the front hitch installed. We got the front hitch installed after months of a train wreck of a process with the old truck. Yeah, we finally got it installed. We got the bike rack right back there. We obviously haven't put it on yet, but we have the hitch receiver installed, and that just makes us happy.
I like my margaritas limey.
Limey, not slimy, but limey.
Steve's is a slightly different proportion of alcohol to lime.
What is that supposed to mean?
Just that, it's a slightly different proportion of alcohol to lime.
Slightly?
You can guess which way.
Slightly different proportion of alcohol to lime. I'll just let your minds wander.
We don't add extra sugar.
We do not add extra sugar. We don't add like simple syrup or anything.
Or like normal
because that just gets
stuff.
a little bit too sweet, even for me, and I have a huge sweet tooth.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much added sugar. We don't need our sugar in our drinks.
We get enough sugar like through our cookies and our muffins and our toffee and our chocolate, and by we, I'm really referring to this guy here. Yep. You guys already know this, but it's a GMC. More talk later, more drink now. All right, here we go. It's the next day. Courtney just got home from work, and there's still lots of light. So, truck tour happens now. A few stats. Remember, we have a GMC Sierra 2500 HD, a 6.6 liter Duramax diesel, and an Allison transmission. And one of the main reasons why we opted for this guy is because when I'm not controlling the power, when I don't have a manual and transmission where I can control the shift points and all that good stuff, I would rather have a really, really strong transmission to pull our 10,000 pound Airstream. So that's where the Allison transmission comes in. Allisons are in a lot of heavy duty diesel trucks that pull a lot of weight. So that was the primary reason why we went with this guy. And it's 4 years newer, which is also pretty cool. First and foremost, look at this front hitch that we have on here now, so the bike rack will fit nicely into here, and we should be good to go. Let's show you. Oh, by the way, we have pull-out mirrors like this. On the Dodge Ram, we had those flip-up mirrors, but these work just as well. Opening the door, you see, this is pretty close to the dash because Courtney was the one to drive this last, and she has to have it a little bit closer to reach the pedals. But we have leather seats. I mean, you can tell it's a 12-year-old vehicle. You have some scuffs down there, but you know, that's not really a big deal. Almost the same buttons here. Actually, almost exactly the same. These are the same. This is slightly different from our Dodge Ram. But I bought this steering wheel cover so it's easier to hold. And let me get in here. Oh my gosh, this is so close. Moving the seat back, moving the seat back. All right, here we go. The GMC is upside down. That's not very convenient, but anyway, everything is nice and clean especially for a 2012 truck. And here is our new dash. As you can see, these stickers are worn off, but we already looked on Amazon and you can get completely new stickers for the GMC Sierras. So we have those on order, so we'll be able to see what all those buttons mean. We know what they mean already because we looked, but we'll have stickers and everything will be nice and new there from like a display standpoint. Here is the four-wheel drive. It's just as easy as this. I remember in even the automatics there was a lever down here that you had to push in to activate four-wheel drive, but this thing just has a turn, super easy, and integrated brake controller down here, and that's also super cool. On our Dodge Ram we had a aftermarket brake controller like right by my right leg, and occasionally I would hit it with my leg and maybe even scrape too, because there were some edges and angles to that thing. So I'm glad that we don't have to worry about that anymore. Nice big center console here that flips up and becomes actually another seat. So if we have a lot of people to haul with us, this becomes another seat. So you can see seat belt right there, so it really is an extra seat. Cup holders here, which are really nice. In the Dodge they were down below, now they're up here. As you can see, I have controls on the steering wheel now. We have volume back here, we have cruise control over here, we have a telephone like calling for help, OnStar, that stuff here. And by the way, this was a one owner truck, so that was awesome. It has 160,000 miles, which is actually 30,000 miles more than our Dodge Ram. However, we were okay with the higher mileage. One, because it's a diesel engine, and if you take care of your diesel engine, it will practically run forever. And one owner, we got the Carfax, we looked through all the maintenance, and it was meticulously maintained. So we have no issues, no worries with the engine holding up. In fact, towing a 10,000 pound Airstream with a 6.6 liter Duramax, the engine is not the issue. Your transmission might be, but we got an Allison in here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let me show you into the back. Both back seats are up, as you can see, lots of room. We use these to hold the our lawn chairs and our table that we put the grill on. Obviously it's not here because it's outside, but lots of room, more room for the dogs, and the seats just come down like that and they turn into just regular seats for your passengers. Check out this brand new Innovative Creations step bar. This was not on when we bought the truck, so we installed that because Courtney was what had to, you know, hop into the driver's seat, and I would too to some degree. So we needed that bar on. We got it on at the same time that we got the front hitch installed. This is actually a 3-inch hitch receiver. So we just got a 2-inch sleeve because our Hensley hitch is 2-inch. So the 3-inch hitch in the back wouldn't work for us, so we just got a 2-inch sleeve, an insert basically that fits into the GMC's hitch, so our Hensley hitch will fit into it and it'll work just fine. But it's almost brand new, it looks brand new, not even a scuff, looks really strong. So we are pretty confident that this thing will tow our Airstream just fine. And by the way, remember that I was worried about whether an automatic would have an exhaust brake? This thing has an exhaust brake. Most automatics in this class do have exhaust brakes, so that was nothing to worry about. This guy does. I've already tested it. Works great. And when you're towing, you can activate this thing. You just press that in, and the truck will shift later. So it'll let the RPMs get up a little bit higher before it shifts. So the shift points are all adjusted for higher RPMs, because the higher your RPMs, the more power you'll have. So when you're towing, or when I'm towing, I'm just going to click that little button, kick it into towing gear or towing mode, and we'll get a little bit more power when we're towing, and I can shift up and down manually if I need to on that same shifter. And last but not least, this thing is so much more comfortable. I know it sounds like we're bashing our old Dodge Ram. We really loved that truck. There was nothing wrong with it. But this guy rides so much so much nicer. I mean, it's noticeably nicer. It's very quiet, very smooth. I'm actually amazed that a 2500 HD truck is as smooth as that guy. So I am very impressed with how it rides. Certainly beats the way our Dodge Ram rode. As you can see, we don't have Clifford here. We actually traded him in. Now I know, don't say it, I know that the trade-in value, you're always going to lose money on a trade-in. Got it. Please understand, I understand that. We lost some money on the trade-in, I understand. However, we were willing to do that because the truck still needed a lot of work. It had dents. We had to get that quarter panel replaced from our blowout, and I hate selling used cars. I just don't like the process. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't want to do it. I was going to do it if it was like night and day different, but they offered us in the ballpark of what we were expecting with the condition of our Dodge Ram. So really we just said good enough. This is good. We don't have to worry about it. Just the convenience factor we were willing to pay a little bit for.